Hey Jexiteers, thanks again for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, my name is Riley and I am a former Jehovah's Witness. Today I have another email to read for you. This email is from Frank. This is what Frank says. Happy second 40-something birthday. Happy birthday to you. Glad you made year 2. You're 40-something like me. Glad you're now cult free. That's great. What's up, Riley? I wanted to wish you a happy birthday after watching your latest video. Those donuts looked as good as they must have tasted. The cake and donuts looked very appetizing and I was about to jump through the TV screen and grab them. I thought it was nice that your girlfriend arranged all that. I am an inactive brother from California, USA. I was born and raised in the organization for over 37 years and I left in 2013 because I got tired of the witnesses being fake and phony and ostracizing me just because I'm an introvert and not super spiritual. Other experiences disgusted me as well while I was in. I'll be happy to discuss what my life was like and the treatment I received with you one of these days. I'm a person of color and in my 40s like you. I'm glad to see our people leaving that cult. It's just another form of slavery. I enjoy your letter reading videos. Enjoy your birthday and your freedom, and we'll talk soon. Well, thank you so much for your email, Frank. And yes, the birthday cake and donuts were delicious. You make an interesting point, Frank, in your email where you said that being an introvert resulted in you being ostracized by the congregation. Now, I'm no psychologist, but I think it's safe to say that being an introvert isn't a personality disorder. It's a personality type. And it's just as valid a personality type as being extroverted or being a highly gregarious person. But when you look at JW activities, for the most part, they're completely incompatible with being an introverted person. First of all, you have to attend meetings at least twice per week. And the average congregation size is roughly 80 to 100 people, which means that you're going to be around a lot of people and you may not be comfortable with that. And then you're expected to participate in the meetings as well. And then there's the ministry, knocking on the door of a complete stranger to talk to them about the Bible. I mean, even extroverted Jehovah's Witnesses hate doing that. It's just completely unnatural. So it's completely unfair and unreasonable for you to be deemed spiritually weak because you don't enjoy these activities when they clearly don't align with your personality. Also, those activities have absolutely nothing to do with spirituality. Since waking up, I've come to realize that what Jehovah's Witnesses call spirituality is actually more accurately defined as being religious. The JW religion is a very performative, work-based religion. It's all about what you're doing. And all of these activities, meetings, participating at the meetings, ministry, they are all very ritualistic and routine. What does it mean when you say that somebody does something religiously? It means that they do it in a ritualistic and routine way on a regular basis. And that's exactly what the JW religion is like. Now, someone could do all of those things without having a deep emotional connection with God, or even believing in God at all. In fact, I know several people who are actually doing this currently. Now, I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but if you are a spiritual person and if spirituality is an important part of your life, don't allow yourself to be defined by the JW version of what spirituality is. Also, it's worth pointing out that a classic hallmark of cults and high control groups is that they try to overwrite the personality of their members with a standard personality that's approved by the group. This is the behavior control aspect of Stephen Hassan's BITE model, which is a framework for identifying cults and high control groups. If you haven't read that book, I'll leave a link in the description below. I highly recommend it. This imposing of a standard personality was one of my biggest struggles as a witness. I often felt like some of the people around me were trying to squeeze me into a mold that just didn't fit me. And I resisted it with every fiber of my being. I resisted it in ways that I've only come to realize since leaving the group and reflecting on past experiences, because a lot of that resistance was at a subconscious level. You mentioned that you're a person of color and that you're pleased to see so many other people of color leaving the group. Well, so am I. In one of my earliest videos, I touched on the subject of racism within the Jehovah's Witnesses. And speaking strictly from my own personal experience, I've received a few offensive comments that were said out of ignorance as opposed to malice. But besides that, I never really saw anything to indicate systemic racism within the organization. However, after hearing many disturbing experiences from other people of color, it would be extremely naive of me to say that racism doesn't exist in the organization, even at a systemic level. From what I've learned, it seems to be more covert than overt, and it varies from place to place and from country to country. But at the very least, it takes the form of encouraging members to suppress their cultural identity and to replace it with a cultural identity that's unique to the organization as a whole. And this has the effect of restricting cultural expression when it comes to things like music, dancing, dress, grooming, and entertainment. Like I said, this is something that I've only really woken up to recently, and it's probably a subject for another video, which I'd really like to make. So yes, I agree with you. It is good to see more people of color leaving the organization. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks again, Frank, very much for your email. And thank you, viewers, for watching. If you'd like to share something with me yourself, you can email me on jexit_2020@outlook.com. Before you go, please remember to click the like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications to see all my future videos. Thanks very much for watching. Please proceed to the Jexit in an orderly fashion, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the video. If you haven't already done so, please like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. If you like my work and want to help me continue doing it, please support me on Patreon at patreon.com/Jexit_2020. And with that, I'd like to sincerely thank these very special patrons who make these videos possible.